I think they're seventh out of eight, and in my final episode, me and E come very very close to throwing punches in the middle of the farmers market.
Yeah, yeah, sure thing. And we've got another question here. Oh, what are your favorite places for vacations?
Well, I mentioned Paris. I love New York, although New York kind of feels like more of a second home to me than a vacation destination. I'm becoming more interested in the more rural areas and camping and things of that nature because it's just so foreign from how I grew up in Chicago. And as much as I love cities, there's a real exciting, intimidating adventure for me in the woods.
Someone's asked, is there anything you can tell us about the new season of The Big Bang Theory? Is there going to be anything big?
Uh, well, it's all big, isn't it? It's the Big Bang Theory. It's
Yeah.
and yet subtle at the same time. Like I said, Christine Baranski will be back in the premiere, the season premiere. This episode that we're rehearsing this week, and we'll shoot on Tuesday. I have a lot of great stuff with Mayim Bialik, which is a lot of fun because they haven't put our two characters together yet. And it'll be a whole new dynamic added to the show, and thus far I'm having a blast with it and working with her.
Well, someone's asked, where would you like to see Leonard and Penny end the series? How would you like to see the series end with those two characters?
I hope they end up together. Honestly, I really do. I don't think it. I think it would be premature to give it another attempt now or soon. They still have a whole lot to learn, but I think there's a lot of love there at its core. That wasn't never the problem. It was their inabilities to articulate that and to act on it and to give it and receive it. So I hope so. Like I said, there's probably years of life lessons that they need to learn before it's any sort of realistic possibility again. But I hope so. I like those two characters together.
Yeah, so the Raj Penny shippers shouldn't get too excited.
Well, like you just tune in on
Yeah. Someone's asked, from an actor's perspective, in what way is filming a television series different from performing in a play?
I don't think it's that different at all. I mean, there are, technical considerations such as volume, things of that nature when you're in a 12,000 or 1,200 seat theater. But I don't really subscribe to portraying a character differently based on the medium that you're in. It's either honest or it's not. I don't think my approach isn't different at all.
Someone's asked, do you ever do any improv on the show?
No, we really don't. It's practically per syllable. I mean, we don't even like to paraphrase. We have a lot of respect for how hard the writers work, and their camp has a lot of respect for how hard we work over on the stage too. And so, and also when it's a science heavy script, I mean, if you went off into some sort of ad lib tangent, how would you then work your way back into dialogue about the Born-Oppenheimer syndrome or something when none of us are that that physics savvy to be able to improv on these physics theories.
Because that's interesting. Because I'd heard that Jim Parsons doesn't even look at the script; he just improvs every line he says on the show. That's not true.
Do you hear that, Jim Parsons?
I can't remember where I heard that, but no. So Jim Parsons actually he doesn't Larry David it and just make it
Oh
look.
no,
No.
no, no.
Um, oh, someone's asked. Nadia has asked. Jim Parsons' character says "bazinga" quite a few times. Have you or
Mhm.
any of the other actors from the show started saying "bazinga" off set?
No,
No.
no. We hear it enough.
You hear enough.
Yeah. I'm not even exactly sure what it means. I don't know why I would say that.
Yeah. I feel like it's the kind of thing you could say if something good happened or something bad happened.
Exactly.
Like,
Like forget
yeah, like,
about it or
yeah,
yeah.
the tone of the way you say it is more important than the word itself. Um,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Isn't that always the case though?
yeah,
I got
yeah.
like I got it like maybe one or two more and then I got to get going.
Okay,
Is that all
sure
right?
thing. No, that's totally fine. Do
Okay.
you have fun while you're filming new episodes? What happens behind the scenes?
Um, do we have fun? Yeah, we have an absolute blast. No joke. There's a lot of laughter, and at the same time, there's a lot of hard work. They're still playing ping pong. The cast and crew. They woke me from a lunch hour nap, screaming and hollering at one another over the tennis table, and and there's a lot of sharing too. I mean, we're all very close at this point. We're very much a family. I mean, 5 years. This is our 90th episode, which is just mind-boggling to me. And so we've now been together not just through a writer's strike and a failed pilot, but also through weddings and divorces and births and deaths and tragic horse accidents and things of that nature. So we're extremely close. We still
Does
sit.
someone? Yeah, just for the last question, someone did just ask about working on the set of Roseanne. I guess how does Roseanne compare to Big Bang Theory?
In as far as the environment,
Yep.
well, I started there. Was at the end of the it was the end of the third season, and really beginning of the fourth more than anything. And so, they had already gotten to know one another. I missed the initial bonding phase, if there was one. They had all known each other's life stories at that point, and it was a really fine-tuned machine, and as far as how the crew worked. So they were fast. It was quick. There wasn't a lot of downtime to get to know a lot of the people there until much later. But being there and watching, I learned a lot on that show because that John and Rose and Lori Metcalf are so equally brilliant and come from such different backgrounds and have such different processes and how they work. And I got to and so then how it worked every week was kind of this freak science project gone right. You couldn't really figure out how they had that chemistry because their approaches were just so very different. Rose is from the comedy clubs and she likes to wing it, and John's a very very disciplined film actor, and Laurie's from Chicago theater where I'm from, and it was really just so valuable for me to sit and kind of pick little bits out of each of their processes and create some sort of amalgamation of my own process that worked for me. I wouldn't be half the actor I am if it wasn't for spending a couple of years on that set.
Oh, well, thanks heaps for the time, Johnny. All the best of luck for the Emmy Awards this season. Hopefully, Jim or you can win, or the Big Bang Theory can win Best Comedy Series. That would be great. A lot of people are saying Steve Carell's overdue this year, but if you count all your years on Roseanne, you've probably been working in TV longer than he has. And and yeah, we're just getting a lot of comments here. Thank you. We love you. Thank you. Hi from Kika in Paris. And someone saying, join Twitter, please, in capital letters. So they're serious.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for this weird little experience.
Yeah, no, thanks heaps, Johnny, for being guinea pig with these live chats.
Take care, man.
Okay, bye.
You will. Bye bye.